Okay, I'm going to do a quick review here, and this is called a Douk Audio. It's a A/B selector switch, and I did an earlier one hooked up to my stereo, and this thing works as advertised. It's really nice. It has, like I said, all the back here you have your amplifier and your speakers, so you can have two amplifiers hooked up to it. Now it says on here that you can only go up to around 300 watts. The interesting thing was I didn't talk much in the other video, but this one I went ahead and hooked up the Macintosh, which of course has its own meters, and matched these as best as I could with it. Unfortunately, that unit puts out around 600 watts per channel, so I have another Macintosh that's around 300, so I was able to get it pretty close, and it matched pretty well. But one thing we did find out is I hooked up a Pioneer receiver and an old Sansui receiver, and they work just well. But I like to listen to FM and AM occasionally, and unfortunately the AM was very noisy and loud on that receiver. So this does introduce noise. So we'll take a little radio here. This sounds silly, but this is just a little pocket radio. So I have it sitting here, and then I take this unit and plug it into the power supply it came with it, and you notice it's got a lot of noise. Okay, it's really annoying. Turn it off, you still have some noise. So anyway, I did find a solution, and this is the power supply that comes with it. So you don't want to use that power supply, and that puts out about 2 amps, and that's what you need for it. And this one here is an older one that came with my cell phone, and it's a Samsung adapter. So let's go ahead and plug it into that, and we plug it into that. Okay, and you'll notice there's no noise. So no noise at all with it. So that's something you might want to think about when you hook this up, is to check that little supply. Had me baffled for just a few minutes when I was thinking of that. I thought, yeah, I love this little guy. So that's what it takes. Just hook it up and make sure this thing's about 2 amps. And you know, you can tell it's a lot quieter than the supply that came with it. So these little supplies are switch mode power supplies. So, you know, you use them for charging things, and that's not a big deal. But using them to operate an amplifier or something like that kind of made a difference. So I highly recommend this thing, and it's great. I love it. You know, changing all the colors and stuff with it. Kind of cool. So just remember, though, when you, and these, of course, your adjustments here that set the sensitivity, and then this, when the meter moves real fast, like a VU meter, where you can damp it down like a watt meter, where it goes a little bit slower. But anyway, you get the picture on it. So it's worth buying. It's cost me about $150 with shipping and everything, and got it through Amazon. There's also some audio stores that sell it. I would actually, if you could get to an audio store and buy it off a local guy, that'd be something to do. But nobody had this locally, so I had to order it. So anyway, there you go, and it's well worth the money. That's it.